sort of shows that either he doesn't want to make a video on the situation or doesn't feel that he's in a position to positively affect it. So doesn't I don't know, doesn't a video seem sort of redundant if it's just copying like what you said in the DM?
Um, so the question is, does the video feel redundant because it's repeating what was said in the DMs? Is that your question?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the point of the video was to get his attention, and if he responds publicly or privately, I mean, the job will have been done. Like all I wanted was, and what we still want is just a conversation with him. I think Charlie is incredibly important in his position, and he could do so much to help
Yeah,
people like Spencer.
he could. I guess like the main critique and like the main people that are also calling you out saying is the way you're going around it and the tone that you're using to try to do it. It's more like pushing a standard on him that he's obliged or like there's an expectation for him to cover this just because he's a YouTuber. And you, like there was this undertone in your whole video. You can't deny this. You put like a whole bunch of pictures of Sniper Wolf. There's this undertone of saying like you're covering stupid ass fucking Sniper Wolf drama. Why aren't you talking about real shit like real like victims who are like getting abused by this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you know how that's ridiculous. As I said earlier, there's always going to be a bigger issue. Like just because that you're covering this, I'm not pushing a standard on you that you have to talk about Israel Palestine, even though that's a bigger issue than what you're covering right now. Just because we're YouTubers or someone has popularity, they shouldn't have an expectation or standard pushed on them for them to cover whatever topic you want them to cover or whatever is serious. You know, he blew up off of covering commentary videos. It's not like there should be an expectation for him to talk about your specific police report story that you want to get like someone locked up for.
I think we can all do better so industries like human trafficking and problems like global child exploitation are issues that all of us need to join together to fix. And I think when you have a platform,
you could say the same thing though about like fucking activism for like bigger issues like the war going on Israel Palestine. Well, like I keep saying it.
Well,
like
they're all
you can
big
use
issues.
the same.
They're
I know,
all
but
big
you can.
Issues.
No, but I'm saying there's always a bigger issue. Someone could say the same thing to you. That's why I don't think the critique holds that much water. Like you're Mamamax, you're covering this small case with this small cult leader, but there's much bigger things in the world right now that are bigger issues. So someone could say the same thing to you.
Well, yeah, and that's why I'm trying to make the conversation not just about the cult leader, but about global child exploitation, which I think is probably one of the greatest issues in our world.
Yeah. Okay.
You saw all the human trafficking.
Do you really not see my point? I feel like it's like very obvious. Just because Charlie is a big YouTuber, there shouldn't be an expectation that he should be able to cover like child fucking like rape or child sex trafficking or human trafficking. You know, that's ridiculous to try to push that onto him. And you're doing it very in a manipulative way. That's the point I'm making.
I think we can all do better.
Dude. Good one.
Hold on. So,
and again,
what are these responses? We can all do better. Like, are you trolling me right now? Are you not?
It's true.
Do you hear what I'm saying? You're just dodging.
I do hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. I am just saying. I mean, it's an objective truth. We can all do better to help fix these global issues.
You're dodging and like deflecting what I'm saying though. Like that's not actually a response. Like we could all do better. Let's all hold hands. Like it's not.
We can do better is pretty. It's pretty vague because it's not. You shut up. Because it's pretty like you can't really apply it to any specific situation. Because how this is something I want to ask you as well, if that's all right.
No, Colton, you gotta shut up. You gotta shut up. You gotta shut up. Your time.
No, shut up. No, I'm. I didn't even finish my point.
Spencer, what do you think?
Who cares about Spencer? You're the guy with the fucking platform. I'm sorry, all due respect, but I don't give a fuck about this person's opinion. You're the one of 760K subs. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why'd I get kicked for that? Are you fucking trolling?
About to fucking tell him off because you're not gonna sit here and fucking minimize all the shit that we fucking went through knowing that there's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of fucking victims That ain't fucking
This.
it.
Oh
And it
my.
is a reflection of a greater problem in our civilization. There are
Are you
cult leaders
fucking
everywhere.
kidding me?
There are child predators.
Are you fucking kidding
Everywhere.
me? This guy's a bitch.
Sorry, Lerix. Took the L on this one.
Who? Who?
Sorry for putting you through that, Spencer.
Putting you through that?
No, that's not your fault. He just didn't know when to shut his mouth.
These fucking people, man.
I agree.
He just dodged everything I
was willing
said.
to have a fucking conversation, but then he took it completely away from what this stream was supposed to be about.
Yes. So again, this is another issue, guys. Is
Yeah?
we are taking the conversation that should be on child survivors and making about
Max had no response to what I
The
said.
video the wrong way. YouTube drama.
You did.
that is a pattern that continues on YouTube.
You're a fuck.
Like,
This guy's
sorry,
actually
I'm
like a
getting
fucking
passionate.
idiot.
I didn't want to get passionate this stream. I'm just saying, guys, there are huge problems.
This guy's like an actual idiot. You didn't want a conversation. You just wanted to argue. You got.
In
I had
our
my
systems,
critiques of him. Are
in
you
our
fucking retarded?
civilization, and human trafficking and global child exploitation are the examples by which those systems have been failing.
No, this shows a lot about this guy. Are you fucking kidding me? I think he was
Yeah.
just looking for a way out in the
Global issues
conversation.
that we need
So,
all hands on
he
deck
took
for.
me
Like,
saying
I get
that
what Lerix
as-
is saying is like,
Wait, here we go.
no, you can't make people talk about this shit. It's like, why not? We should be talking about it.
This guy's
Just my
a
opinion.
fucking moron. It's ridiculous to push a standard
All right, let
onto
me
someone.
read the chats. Unless you have more to say, Spencer.
That's so dumb.
All I can really say is like him talking about, well, there can always be a bigger issue. Well, yeah,
Yes.
there are tons of issues in this world. But the thing is the whole Jack's Films and Sniper Wolf thing, it's been covered by so many people because they're famous.
Yes.
Oh,
It's-
so it's not good enough for you. This is so. They have no actual response to anything I'm saying, and then he just
Already been
says
settled. There's
that
nowhere it
he's
can go legal.
like he took my critique of saying, "Hey, it's ridiculous to push this standard onto people just because they have a big subscriber count doesn't mean they should have an obligation to cover it." And he's like, "Yes, we should cover it. We can all do better." These vague, like, stupid ass fucking
Those are being
responses that are just deflecting what I'm
My
saying.
the issue with all the other survivors that I'm in contact with.
What a fucking
we
joke! This guy's a
haven't really
joke,
gotten to
man.
tell our stories yet.
I mean, like, props for him having a conversation with me. I didn't even think he would have a conversation with me, inherently. But, like, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, Colton seemed like he was actually trying to be productive within the conversation while
Colton W.
Lerix was just, LOL, I got you, bro. What about this, though?
Wow. These are really the intellectual powerhouses. Good one.
Colton, that's a maybe for now.
What did Colton say in the chat?